Dear friends, it's a great fortune that after 13 years we are having the presence of revered Swami Nikhileswarananda here. I had the privilege of quite a long association with him, very loving association and guiding too. A very learned Swami, as you can see from his talks and the various books he had written. Uh, and we have very few Swamis who can speak in these four languages so fluently. He is a wonderful speaker in Gujarati, Hindi, English, Bengali. So it is also, he has been the editor. This is also a unique distinction, I suppose. The same Swami editing two of our magazines, one in Hindi and another in Gujarati. Am I right?
No, that was not editing, only Gujarati, editing Gujarati.
Oh, okay. That Vivek Jyoti in Raipur?
No.
No. Okay. He joined in Belur Math in 1976 and has his monastic vows in 1985. And we shared 1 year in training center in 1981, 82 that time. And I learnt even while in training center, he was a very good speaker, a very good conversationalist, a wonderful command on language, very modern outlook. And so it is a great blessing that he has agreed to come here in a very whirlwind tour of United States. So I was asking him that what is the topic, that fourth wave? I do not know even first wave of management. So what is this fourth wave? He was not ready to spill the beans. He said, wait till tomorrow, then you will know. So it is... So over to him. Now, please, we are all eager to hear what is that fourth wave. And he will take question answers, but you will have to write them on a slip of paper that will be kept there. The idea is he will stop at 11:30, and then there will be question answer session. You will be given a few minutes to write the questions. And so after that he will answer those. So all the information has been given to you. Now please, Maharaj.
Om Sthapakaya च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय Swami Tapaharine. Dear Swami Yogatmanandaji and all the respected devotees and friends, it's a great pleasure to be here this morning in this Vedanta Center of Providence. Last time, that was in 2010, 31st July, when I spoke on time management, that was in a different hall. Now you have a beautiful hall, a beautiful temple, in this wonderful spiritual atmosphere. I'm thankful to Swami Yogatmanandaji for giving me this opportunity of meeting you all. I still remember in 2010, I had come from India to participate in the 19th International Congress on Vedanta, and that was in Massachusetts University. So Yogatmananji was kind enough to give me accommodation here. Not only that, every day he used to drive me right up to the university, and we used to come back together. So I have that sweet memories of that, my last stay here in Providence. And as he told, we were together in the training center, and we had been keeping in touch when he was in India more. But even now, after coming to America, we are keeping in touch, and that is because of his kindness. I am really thankful to him. The topic that has been given is the fourth wave of management. Normally, this topic I do not have in the centers or branch centers. These are meant for management institutions like IIM or AMA and all that, and also some of the industries and companies I go. Normally, it is there that I talk about the management topics. But anyway, it's academically good to know, though you are not connected directly with the management. But that doesn't matter. Management is not business management. The Best of Peter Drucker, the book has come out based on all the previous books. Based on that, a book has come out, The Best of Peter Drucker. And there he says, we have a wrong notion that management means business management. From 1930s, this wrong notion has come. Earlier, during the earlier years, for 40 years, when actually management started, the concept of management started, the organized way of organization and leadership and all that. This concept of management was only not limited to business management. It can be anything. It may be management of an NGO, it may be management of any organization, it may be management of an individual, it may be management of everything. Management, after all, is nothing but trying to do the best under the given circumstances, under the given limitations, how best you perform, based on the collected wisdom of the previous times. That is management. So management is applicable to all fields, not limited to business management. We have a wrong notion. Just as pediatrics is not medicine, pediatrics is only a branch of medicine. So business management is only a branch of management. So at the outset, I would like to clarify that management, it is a very wide, expansive word. It is a wide horizon it covers, and not limited to business management. That is one thing. And so now when we are talking about fourth way of management, the first way of management was the British style of management, when Taylor's method of work measurement and method study, critical examination, all those methods were in vogue. That was the first wave of management. The second wave of management came afterwards. That was an American style of management, and Peter Drucker became the guru of all. The third way of management was the Japanese style of management, when TQM, total quality management, zero defect, that came in vogue. And now slowly the fourth wave of management is creeping in. It was a ripple, and now it is becoming a wave. What is that? That is a holistic style of management based on Indian ethos, on Vedanta, on Indian ethos. And why it is coming? There are various reasons. Number one, globalization has come to stay, whether we want it or not, at least on economic front. The communication technology has undergone tremendous transformation. It is a global village. The whole world has been united as never before. Liberalization has come. It is a borderless world. And because of that, there is a tough competition, and you have to have productivity, you have to have efficiency, and at the same time you have to have the quality. If you can't produce, if you can't deliver a service or a product at a competitive price with the best possible quality, you will be wiped out of the market. So you are compelled to go for excellence. It is here that Bhagavad Gita's concept of yoga karmasu kaushalam comes into picture. So Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna told 3000 years back, Buddhi yukto jahatiya ubhe sukrita dushkrite tasmat yogaya yujyasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. So dexterity in action, efficiency in action is very much required. Equanimity of mind is very much required. There may be lot of shutdowns, there may be so many crises in the business or in the companies that you will face. You will have to have that mental strength to overcome all these problems boldly and to maintain your excellence amidst all these things, for which Indian ethos is playing an important part. Amsterdam-based management expert M.R. Thiessen, she says in her book, The Rhythm of Managing, that because there is a tough competition, you need to have intuitive faculty to take instant decisions. And this intuitive faculty can be developed by regular practice of meditation. And that is why meditation is becoming important. And Indian ethos, the fourth wave, is becoming important. Darwin said, Charles Darwin, theory of evolution, that is survival of the fittest. But Alvin Toffler says no, survival of the fastest, because the whole world is transforming at such an alarming speed. Whosoever will be slow will be left behind. And when you go fast, it is a survival of the fastest, not only the fittest. It is at this time that you require extra push, extra energy to hold back. And that comes from the equanimity of mind. And that comes from Indian ethos. Another thing, now 21st century is the century of knowledge workers. Previously in the companies, in the industries, they used to have more of blue-collar job people. Very few executives and managers. They were white-collared. But most of them, blue-collared. Now the situation has changed. Now the blue-collar people's job is being done by computers. So you have more of white-collar jobs. And you cannot control the white-collar job people, highly intelligent, more intelligent perhaps than you, with the same methods that you control the blue-collar job people. So Peter Drucker, in his book, Managing in the New Millennium, there's a book by Peter Drucker, Managing in the New Millennium. He says, managers and executives from now onwards are going to be more and more ineffectual with whatever capacity you are. Managers and executives are going to be more and more ineffectual in whatever capacity you are, because it is the century of knowledge workers. How do you control the white-collar job people who are more intelligent than you? It is at this stage that Robert Greenleaf's message, his book, Servant Leadership, comes into hand, becomes important. Robert Greenleaf wrote this book, Servant Leadership. He derived his inspiration from a novel by Hermann Hesse. The name of the novel is Journey to the East. And the story is like this, that there is a group of people who are in the journey to the East, and there is a person called Leo. He is beloved of all. He serves all. He serves tea. He serves them food. And is taking care of all of them. And he has become indispensable. And everybody is loving Leo because he is serving everything. And one fine morning, Leo disappears. And all become helpless. And the journey is abandoned. Later on, it was found out Leo was an abbot of a great Buddhistic monastery. He had gone incognito in the form of Leo, and he was practicing servant leadership. So, he derived his inspiration from this story, from this novel. Robert Greenleaf started the concept of servant leadership. What is servant leadership? Servant leadership is leading by example, not by precept. And the servant leader has got more of humility, less of selfishness, and he does not take credit of any good job that is being done by the team. He passes on to the team. And when there is any failure, he takes up the failure, the responsibility of the failure. And any success, he subscribes to his teammates, his colleagues, his subordinates. So servant leadership is becoming very popular now. And many of the people are now thinking that servant leadership is the best form of leadership, not only for the service organizations, of course for the service organizations much more, but even for the profit-making organizations, for the industries, for the business houses also. This servant leadership is becoming very popular. But the roots of this servant leadership are much earlier. Sri Krishna practiced this servant leadership. He became a charioteer of Arjuna. Swami Vivekananda practiced this servant leadership. He told, Sirdar, wahi Sardar. Sardar कौन बन सकता है? जो सिर दे सकता है. Who can become a Sardar? Who can become a leader? Who can sacrifice his head? What does it mean? Sacrificing the head? Sacrificing the ego. You bow down. Sacrificing the ego, sacrificing the selfishness. That is a servant leader. And Swami Vivekananda himself practiced it. He came to America, worked very hard, 8 to 10 lectures per week sometimes, worked very hard for 3.5 years, went back to India. Whatever little money that he had collected, he passed on to his brother disciple Swami Brahmananji. Oh, now I am relieved of the load of this money. So he transferred whole money. Not only that, he had been donated a land, which also he made into a trust, made a Devatar deed, transferred the deed in the name of his brother disciples. He started an organization, Ramakrishna Mission, not Vivekananda Mission. Ramakrishna Mission, not on his own name, in the name of his master. And made Swami Brahmananda the first president of Ramakrishna Mission. And he told, if my brother disciples say to clean the latrines of Belur Math, my job will be that. He took up the role of a servant leader. And that is why what do we find? When Swami Vivekananda entered into Mahasamadhi, he left his body in meditation on 4 July 1902 at the age of 39 years. At that time, about 10 centers of Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission were there. One in New York, and rest in India. And today, normally what happens? When a leader dies, a person who has started the organization, the leader dies. After his death, the organization also dies. The organization also gets closed. Or if at all it survives on oxygen. Somehow or the other it survives. This is what we find. You find out any organization started by anybody. When the leader's gone, dilution comes and there is a fall and the organization comes down. What do we find? Ramakrishna Mission started in 1897. We are celebrating 125th anniversary of Ramakrishna Mission, in fact, all over the world. It will go up to December, though it was to stop in May, it will now go up to December. We are having 125th anniversary of Ramakrishna Mission. Even and after 125 years, when Swami Vivekananda started, it was hardly 10 centers. Now there are 267 affiliated centers, official centers. 200 in India, 67 abroad. And each and every center has multiplied 10 times, 15 times, 20 times, so many departments, so many activities multiplied. What activities were there at the time of Swami Vivekananda, the leader was alive? It has multiplied 1,000 times. 200 centers in India, 67 abroad, apart from 49 sub-centers, and apart from 1,200 non-affiliated centers run by our devotees and friends, which are not directly affiliated, but they are affiliated with our Bhava Prachar Parishad. So much expansion has taken place, not only in terms of quantity, in terms of quality, not in terms of only number of centers, but in the number of activities. In fact, last year, Ramakrishna Mission, we spent rupees 1,000 crore for various activities. 14 indoor hospitals, 90 outdoor dispensaries, 60 mobile dispensaries, and 10 millions of poor patients being treated there. 2 lakh students studying in 2,000 education institutions, and rural and tribal development projects, so many service projects. All this amounting to rupees 1,000 crore. I don't know in terms of million how many it will come. Millions of dollars how it will come. Somebody said $130 million, $120 million. I'm not very sure, but 1,000 crore rupees. 1,000 crore means 10,000 million rupees. Anyway, so all this expansion has taken place. Why it is so? Because Swami Vivekananda practiced servant leadership. And the roots of this servant leadership are in the Indian ethos, where it is told that the leader should lead by example. Yadyat acharati shrestha tattat devetaro jana, says the Bhagavad Gita. And Swami Vivekananda says, Sirdar vahi sardar. So servant leadership is becoming important, and that is why the fourth wave that is based on Indian ethos is slowly creeping in, not only India, all over the world. At present, 1% of the people in the world are having 73% of the wealth of the world. Can you imagine? 73% of the wealth is with 1% of the people. And they are so rich, they don't know what to do with the money. And they are suffering from affluenza. Oxford Dictionary added one more word, affluenza. Not influenza. Influenza we get also sometimes. It is affluenza. It comes to affluent people only. What is affluenza? In America, they have started affluenza resistant society. All the parents have started in order to protect their children from affluenza. So they have cut down the pocket expenses. They take the children into the village side and show them You see, you have got 3 shoes, they have only 1 shoes. You have so many gadgets, they have only so many gadgets, and yet they are happy and you are unhappy. But they want more, more, more. And the more they get, more they become dissatisfied. And they become prey of Nugen neurosis. And later on they become drug addict, then become schizophrenic, and then they commit suicide. That is affluenza. So 1% of the people are so affluent that suffering from affluenza. 73% of the wealth is with them. On the other hand, 10% of the people in the whole world are not getting meals. They are hungry. They die hungry. They starve. They are suffering. What is the solution? Swami Vivekananda found out a beautiful solution. And now in India we have started CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility, where every company has to donate a particular percentage of the profit for alleviating the sufferings of the people for various service activities. They have to make a donation. But Swami Vivekananda gave another way, not compulsory, it should come from within. So he advocated trusteeship management. And the roots of trusteeship management are again on Indian ethos. Ishavashupna says, Ishavasmidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena taktena bhunjitha ma grida kasasiddhanam. The whole world is permeated by God, by universal consciousness. Ishavasmidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. The whole world is permeated by one universal consciousness, permeated by God. Tena tyaktena bhunjitha. Therefore, enjoy the world. How? By renunciation. My God, if I renounce, how can I enjoy? Tena tyaktena bhunjitha. Tyaktena. Enjoy by renunciation. How can enjoy by renunciation? You don't have to renounce your latest model car or latest house. You don't have to renounce your gadgets. What you have to renounce? You have to renounce your ego. You have to renounce your selfishness. You have to renounce your attachment to the wealth. That you have to renounce. And renounce that attachment and utilize this money for the suffering millions of people. That is trusteeship management. And that is the lesson was taught by Swami Vivekananda for the first time in the corporate world. This message of trusteeship management. As you know, Swami Vivekananda came to America for participating in the World's Parliament of Religions in Chicago. And he was so popular, he became so popular that he had to stay back in America for 3.5 years. In 1894, when he was in Chicago, at that time, the richest person of the world was John D. Rockefeller, the emperor of petroleum industry. And at that time, he was passing through a very bad phase of his life. Very bad phase. In fact, all his hair had gone bald. Completely gone. He had become emaciated. And he was on the verge of death. Doctors predicted not more than 6 months. But he went on to live for 98 years as a healthy life, up to 98. How this miracle happened? What happened? How did he survive? There is an incident. Someone told Rockefeller, you are suffering so much, and why don't you meet an Indian yogi who has come to my friend's house, and maybe by getting his advice, you will get over your mental anguish. Rockefeller said, what? I to go to a beggar for getting advice? You know, we are beggars, we are monks, we live on charity. To go to beggar for getting advice? No, I will not go. And he did not go. One fine morning, he suddenly came to the place where Swami Vivekananda was staying. He called the bell, the butler opened the door. He went inside. Now, Swami Vivekananda was not in his drawing room. He was in study room. And without being announced, Rockefeller went to his study room. Swami Vivekananda, as you know, he had great power of concentration. He was fully absorbed. So, Rockefeller stood for some time. Then he knocked at the table. Then Swami Vivekananda looked up. Rockefeller said, I am Rockefeller. Swami Vivekananda asked, what do you want? Rockefeller was not prepared for this type of treatment. Rockefeller means the President of America would get up from the seat. And here is the beggar sitting and asking me, what do you want? I don't want anything. Why have you come? No, he had no answer. He had come without invitation. Then Swami Vivekananda said, my dear Rockefeller, I know why you come. You come here because you do not have peace of mind. And then Swami Vivekananda started narrating many incidents from the life of Rockefeller which no one else knew except Rockefeller. And he became very much excited. Who has told all this thing to you? How do you come to know? Swami Vivekananda smiled and said, do you think it is necessary? I can see through your mind as I can see through a glass shelf. Then Rockefeller became nonplussed. My God, he has come to know all my secrets. Then Swami Vivekananda said, Rockefeller, I will give you a piece of advice. Remember, you are not the owner of your wealth. You are a custodian of your wealth. Utilize this money for removing the sufferings of millions of people. Immediately you will get peace of mind. There is no other way by which you can get peace of mind. Rockefeller was very much angry. How dare you talk to me like this? And he left the place abruptly as he had come. But after 1 week he again came. Similar fashion. Called the bell, the butler opened the door, he went inside. Swami Vivekananda was not in drawing room, so he went to his study room. Swami just fully absorbed. Again he knocked. And Swami Vivekananda looked up. Then he put a piece of paper on his table, in which he had made an announcement of a huge public donation for a public cause. And Rockefeller said, now you must thank me. I have followed your advice. Swami Vivekananda said, well, it is for you to thank me. Because by following my advice, you will get peace of mind, which cannot be purchased by millions of dollars in the market. The latest research says that Rockefeller was already making donations, not that it was the first big donation, but it was a very huge donation. Very huge donation. I don't know what donation it was. Maybe University of Chicago, because when I went to University of Chicago, I saw a bust of Rockefeller. So this is my guess that he must have given. Of course, he gave some money in 1892 also, but after 1894, the installments increased. He went on giving. Not only that, he started Rockefeller Foundation. And from Rockefeller Foundation, many researches have been done. David Borlaug made a research on drought-resistant wheat, which saved the millions of people in the world from sure starvation. So a lot of research have been done by Rockefeller Foundation. But that Rockefeller Foundation was started because Swami Vivekananda had given the message of trusteeship management. And Rockefeller in his life writes in his autobiography, that there is more to life than only earning money. The purpose of life is to serve others. He does not mention the name of Swami Vivekananda. But if you see the ideas that he has given, they match exactly the ideas of Swami Vivekananda, where he says, unselfishness is the taste of religion. At long last, you will understand that the best way to become happy is to see that others are happy, and the best way to get peace of mind is to pray for others' peace of mind. All these thoughts you get in Rockefeller's book, whatever it is. But this idea of trusteeship management is very much required now, and the roots of this trusteeship management are in Indian ethos. Ishavasya sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena taktena bhujita magrita kasya siddhanam. That is why the fourth wave of management is coming all over the world based on Indian ethos and Vedanta. Another thing is that the fifth M is becoming important. So far, management meant management of four things. Management of materials, that is materials management. Then management of man, that is personnel management, what we call HRD, human resource development. Management of money, financial management. And management of machines, production planning and control. But now the fifth M is becoming important. What is that? That is the management of mind. And why it is becoming important? Because lot of tension. Everybody is having tension. Lot of stresses are coming. According to Chicago-based research corporation, 40% of the companies in America are having regular courses on stress management. But they are not having long-term solutions. The modern psychologists, they say, why the stress comes? When you have got some emotions, if you do not express, these emotions go into the subconscious mind and create stress, and later on it converts into strain. So you should express your feelings. My God, but if I express my feelings, I will lose my job. Because when the boss was coming out of his house, his wife get a good thrashing. Now he could not tell anything to the wife, so he comes to the office and goes on firing at these subordinates without any reason. And the subordinates also want to pay back in the same coin. They also know how to pay back in the same coin, but they pocket that insult because they will lose the job. They cannot say anything. And so these emotions of reaction, when they are not being expressed, they go into the subconscious mind and create problems, create stress, and then convert into strain. So the psychologists say, no, you express your feelings. My God, if I express my feelings, I will lose my job. Don't worry, we have got the solution. What is the solution? Go to the market and purchase voodoo dolls and punching bags and head diaries. They are all available. Then come to the house, close the doors and windows of your room, put the voodoo doll on your table. Now write down the name of your boss or your mother-in-law or your wife, whomsoever you want to put stress out. And now there are 3 types of pins available. Black pins for injury, blue pins for serious injury, and red pins for murdering. So just take a red pin and just give to the boss. Boss is gone, murdered. And you can have a nice sleep without any tranquilizer whole night. Problem is that next day again the boss is sitting on the chair, what to do? You murdered him in your room last night, but the fellow is sitting again in the chair, same chair. So these are all short-term. Or you write down head diaries, what you could not say, write down. Head diaries. Whatever hatred you have got, ideas of hatred, you go to write it down. So express your feelings on the head diaries. Or punching bags. Write down the name of the wife on the punching bag and go on punching. If you punch your wife, otherwise she will go to court. Here she will not mind. You are doing it alone, go on punching. So all these types of temporary solutions. But now they have found out for the long-term solution, meditation and yoga. They give you stress management, based principles of stress management. So many companies are now introducing yoga and meditation, even in America, not to and also, of course, in India, but also even in America. Another thing is that we talked about yoga karma sukoshalam, but how that will come? That will come only if there is concentration of mind. The problems of the modern youth is that they can't focus their mind. Maybe because of social media or because of so many gadgets, whatever it is, their attention span has been very limited now. Concentration is very important. Ralph Waldo Emerson, he said, the secret of success in trade, in war, in every management of human affairs is the concentration of mind. And Swami Vivekananda also said that the key to success is concentration of mind. He also said, if I had to do my education over again, and if I had any say in the matter, I will not undergo the present system of education. First, I will learn how to concentrate my mind, then information I can have at my will. I can go to the library and can have information. Now you need not go to the library, have a Google search, click, and you get the information. Google says everything. So information is not education. Education is not the amount of information that goes into your brain and runs undigested all your life. Education is becoming, and more so the training of the mind. So concentration is very important. And Swami Vivekananda had that tremendous power of concentration. He preached about concentration, he wanted more concentration, but he himself had so much concentration, yet he wanted more. So you can imagine what is the importance of concentration in the life. What is the importance of management of mind, the fifth M. As you know, all the headquarters of all these branches of 267 branches of Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission started by Swami Vivekananda is at Belur Math, which was also started by him. Belur Math is near Calcutta, Kolkata, by the side of the Ganges. So when you go to Belur Math, there is a big temple of Sri Ramakrishna. Behind that, there is a two-storied building. On the first floor, there is a room in which Swami Vivekananda used to stay. And that room has been preserved as it is. His turban, his clothes, his stick, his musical instrument, his table, his chair, the camp cot that he used, everything is there. You feel as if Swami Vivekananda is still there. In the same room on 4th July 1902, Swami Vivekananda passed away. What I am talking about incident is few days before his departure. He had a disciple named Sharat Chakravarti. He writes in his diary, the diary has been published in the form of a book now, Talks with Vivekananda, that is available in Complete Works also. So Sharat Chakravarti had come to meet him. And that he saw Swami Vivekananda was reading. What he was reading? Encyclopedia Britannica, big volumes, as you know. And all the volumes were spread on the floor, and he's reading. And the disciple never saw so many big volumes spread. Swamiji, it will took whole lifetime to finish all these volumes. Swamiji said, what do you say? I have already finished 10 volumes. I am reading the 11th volume. Huh? Within a few days, such big volumes, 10 volumes you have finished. I can't believe. You don't believe? Okay. From first 10 volumes, you ask any question that you want to ask. And the disciple asked so many questions, and Swami Vivekananda replied all the questions, and correct replies. And sometimes quoting the very language of the book. Then the disciple was astonished. He said, oh, this is a miracle. Swami says, this is not miracle. This is the power of concentration of mind. So many incidents that happened. When he was with Maharaj of Khetri, who was his disciple, he was turning the pages of the book, putting another book, taking another book, putting the other. Swamiji, when you will start reading, you are just turning the pages. I said, I have read these 5 books on your... I saw myself, you are just turning the pages and you say, you have read the books, you ask any question. And the Khetri Maharaja Singh Ji asked questions and you read our replies. When Swami Vivekananda was in Meerut, he used to tell his brother disciple to bring one book from the library every day, and next day he will return, bring another book. That librarian was very much annoyed. Why your brother disciple is troubling you also, you have to come all the way, and troubling me also? If he doesn't want to read, why he is taking the books? Then he was reported, then Swami Vivekananda himself said, do you think I am returning the book without reading? So do you mean to say within one day you finish the book? Yes, see, I finished the book. I can't believe such big volumes you read. He said, you ask any question from this last few days that books that you have sent me. And he replied all the questions, quoting the very language of the book. My God, this is miracle. He said, not miracle. This is the power of concentration of mind. And not only reading every matter, every sphere, you will get success. If you know management of mind, you got control of mind, you got concentration of mind, you can have anything. When Swami Vivekananda was in America, he was passing through a bridge, a small rivulet. And then he found 4 cowboys trying to shoot at the axes that were floating in water. And there was a string of 12 axes that were floating in water. And these cows were trying to shoot at them, and their shots were going in vain. For some time Swamiji saw, then he could not help smiling. And these cowboys became very much annoyed. Hey, you are laughing at us? Is it a small job to shoot at the axes that are floating in water? Okay, we give the challenge. Let us see how do you do it. And they handed over the gun to Swami Vivekananda. So now what to do? Swami Vivekananda took up the gun. He aimed at the axes, flat. 12 axes gone in 12 shots. And these 4 cowboys were astonished. Swami, how long you are practicing? We are practicing from 5 years. We could not do it. How long you are practicing? Swami Vivekananda said, my dear friends, I am holding the gun for the first time. Huh? First time and you shoot all the axes? That is a miracle. Swami said, this is not miracle. That is the power of concentration of mind. When Swamiji was in Ridley Manor, Ridley Manor, a beautiful place, 3 hours drive from New York. Swamiji was there. Francis Leggett invited him because his health had gone down with too much of work. So he said, I have got a farmhouse, big farmhouse, beautiful place. You come and stay there and rejuvenate your health. So for that he was there for many days, about 10 weeks. 3 times he had gone, of course. But one time was a long stay. So, Francis Leggett had a son named Hollister. And as you know, Swami Vivekananda used to have friendship with the youngsters. So he developed friendship with the young Hollister. And one day Hollister took Swami Vivekananda for a walk on the nearby mountain. On the mountain top, there he saw a big ground and then flags and all that. He said, what is this? You don't know. Oh, this is golf club. What is golf club? Oh, golf is a beautiful game. What happens that you take the stick and put the ball. Go on putting. After 3 or 4 shots, you put the ball into the hole. Then you win. That is golf. Oh, that's wonderful. And if I put the ball into the hole with 1 stroke, what? You don't know the game. You are telling minimum 4 strokes. Even the experts will minimum need 4 strokes. Then it will go into the hole. And supposing with 1 stroke I do, let us have a bet. Okay, I will give you $50. In between, the father came. Hey, what are you doing? He said, Father, he doesn't know the game, what is golf, and he's telling with 1 stroke he'll put into the goal. Swami, don't know the game. This is 4 stroke. He is telling is not 5, 6 roll will be required. And you don't know the game, you will require many more strokes. Okay, I will give $10 more. I also bet. So Swami took the stick and gave a kick, gave a stroke to the ball, and ball was straight in the hole. And both father and son are seeing like, what happened? Did you use any yogic power, Swami? Putting with 1 stroke into the hole? Never believe, unbelievable. Did you use your yogic power? No, I didn't use any yogic power. It was simple mathematics. Huh? Mathematics? He said, I calculated the distance and I know my strength of my muscles. So how much strength I have to use of the muscles so that the ball goes up to that point. That I calculated. That was simple mathematics. And second, I told my mind, if you can put the ball there, you'll be richer by $10.50. And that was it. And it went there. And it went there. Many such stories, beautiful stories. What does it mean? Management of mind, very important. So for that meditation is concerned, meditation is very much required. Regular meditation gives you concentration of mind. But meditation problem is that the mind wanders here and there. Many devotees come to me, Swamiji, I want to leak out, I want to share a secret. Yes, you can leak out the secret. When I sit for meditation, all types of nasty thoughts come to my mind, which I have never thought. Those types of thoughts come to my mind. This is the private secret I want to let you know. I said, it is no longer a secret. Everybody leaks out this secret only. It is an open secret. Everybody says the same thing, that when I sit down for meditation, mind wanders here and there, and all sorts of unimaginable thoughts come to my mind. Very difficult to drive them out. I said, this is an open secret. It happens we are all traveling in the same boat. And when somebody comes, when I sit for meditation, my mind directly goes into samadhi. Oh my God, mental hospital. A case for a mental hospital. When I say the Kundalini is awakened already, and many people that come to me, his Kundalini got awakened, not getting down. Who told they push you up? So many types of problems now, they take something from the internet somewhere, so many things are available, and then they come to grief, they end up in a mental hospital. They don't know. Just the meditation, it's not that easy. You need a trainer, you need proper training. And it's not 1 or 2 days. They are selling instant samadhi. Now meditation they want direct samadhi, an instant samadhi. And there are people to give even $500 instant samadhi and people to go for taking instant samadhi. What is samadhi? You don't understand. Just go for samadhi. That's all. Everybody uses the word samadhi. It has become so cheap a word, instant samadhi. I want samadhi. I want samadhi. I want kundalini jagran, kundalini. All these words they are using, they don't know what do they mean. This samadhi is not so easy. Patanjali says 8 steps are there. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. Yama are 5. Satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, ahimsa. And niyama also 5. Shauch, santosh, tap, swadhyay, ishwar pranidhan. You know all about it because you are devotees, so I am not translating into English. Yama, niyama, then asana, then pranayam, then pratyahar. Pratyahar means you are trying to concentrate the mind on a particular object, pratyaya, and the mind goes here and there. Again you bring it back to the point. Again it goes, again you bring. That is pratyahar. Most of the time when we say we are meditating, we are doing the same thing. It is pratyahar, not meditation, not dhyana. Pratyahar, then dharana, then dhyan, and last is samadhi. If you can concentrate your mind for 12 seconds consecutively without a single break, that is dharana. And 12 seconds into 12 seconds, 144 seconds, 2.5 minutes, complete without a single break, that is dhyana. And 12 seconds to 12 seconds to 12 seconds, about half an hour. If you can do that without a single break, continuously, that is samadhi. And then there is sampragyat samadhi, asampragyat samadhi, savikal samadhi, sabij samadhi, so many types of samadhi, but that is later on. At present, we are at the stage of pratyahara. We have to go to the stage of dharana, then dhyan. But even then, we do not recommend more of meditation in the beginning because the foundation has to be made strong. The foundation is yama and niyama. If the foundation is not strong and out of just your over enthusiasm or in order to get some siddhis and so cheap samadhi and all that, if you go for more of meditation, then there's a problem. Because if you are not grounded on the fundamental values, yama and niyama, truthfulness, honesty, purity, all these things are basic virtues. If you don't have that, that is a long-term process. There is nothing called instant samadhi. We have to prepare our mind with a regular training, then only we can train the mind. We can manage the mind. So management of mind is an important topic. So, of course, meditation is very good. But meditation is of three types. Meditation, one is relaxation technique. That anybody can do. There are many YouTubes, there are many, some music is there, very calm and quiet music. You are all alone and listening to music. That is relaxation technique. Okay, there is no harm in that. You can do that. Then there is awareness technique. Preksha Dhyan, Vipassana, Zen meditation, mindfulness. All these are techniques which are related to awareness. And another thing is concentration method. Patanjali's method is that when you concentrate on a particular pratyaya. So there are various types of meditation. There is Guna Dhyan, then Rup Dhyan, Lila Chintan, and all that. So for relaxation, there is no problem. But when you want to go for a spiritual path, then you need to have this, either of the two, awareness meditation or concentration technique, if you really want to advance a spiritual path. If the idea is to only lower the blood pressure, yes, Dr. Herbert Benson is an associate professor at Harvard Medical School. He made a research for 25 years and brought out a book. The name of the book is Relaxation Response, in which he brought out that when you practice meditation regularly, then the blood pressure goes down. So many persons are practicing meditation for lowering the blood pressure. No harm in that, but you should not stop at that. Many people, they go for meditation just for bypassing the bypass surgery. Dr. Dean Ornish book is there, Reversing the Heart Disease, where it is recommended particular diet and meditation, and many persons have reversed the heart disease. That's okay. No problem. But we should not stop there. Then Deepak Chopra's books, The Quantum Healing, The Endless Body and the Timeless Mind, and many books are Perfect Health, and many books are there, where the need of meditation. This is okay. This is related to relaxation technique and related to physical health. There's no harm in that. But you should not stop that. That is only one, it's a byproduct. If you meditate, this good health or lowering of the blood pressure, these are all byproducts. But ultimate aim of meditation is to go beyond time, space and causation, is to go for the infinite happiness, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, and which is the supreme purpose of every human being. Or in the words of Swami Vivekananda, manifest in the divinity within. So he said in book of Raj Yoga, each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control, or by philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, dogmas, rituals, temples, churches, mosques are but secondary details. So that is manifest the divinity by any of these four yogas. Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Karma Yoga. What is Raj Yoga? I told about these 8 steps. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. That is meditating every day, culminating in Samadhi at one stage. That is Raj Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga is loving the Lord, love the Lord thy God. Love the Lord thy God with all thy strength, with all thy heart. So that is loving the God. Prayer, repeating a mantra, worship. These are all the methods of Bhakti Yoga, religion of love. Then third is Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is Shravan Manana Nididhyasana. Thinking, who am I? What is my true nature? Am I the body? Or am I the mind? Or am I the intellect? Or am I the ego? No. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I am beyond all this. And not only that, Sravana, listening about it, but or knowing about it, then analyzing it, and then meditating on that, this particular thing. So it is related to you use your intellect to understand, and it is a different type of intellect that is necessary. Not only the ordinary intellect, Shukshma Buddhi, very subtle intellect. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate drishyate tvagraya buddhya shukshmaya shukshmadarshibhi, says the Kathopanishad. This Atman is there, but it is there inside every human being, irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion, nationality. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate, but it is not visible. Then what is the proof? How do we know it is there? Drishyate. Some people have seen it. Who have seen it? Drishyate tvagraya buddhya shukshmaya shukshmadarshibhi. Those who got special type of subtle intellect, they have experienced it. And that is the proof. Swami Vivekananda, when he was a college student, he had the same problem after reading Kant, Hegel, Dr. Herbert Spencer, John Stuart Mill, all these Western authors. He had become agnostic. And he would ask everybody, you are talking about God, have you seen God? Nobody could reply. He went to Maharishi Devanath Tagore, the founder of Brahma Samaj. Have you seen God? He said, my dear son, your eyes are beautiful, those of a yogi. He became very much disappointed. I want my answer. I don't want my appreciation. Then, when one day he had gone to Scottish Church College, he was studying it that day. On that day, the professor of English literature was absent, so Principal Professor William Hastie himself came to take the class, and he was teaching them Wordsworth poem, The Excursion. There the description comes, the poet goes into a trance, seeing the natural beauty. And the students asked, Sir, Swami, sir, is it possible that some people can go to trance, superconscious state, samadhi state? Yes. I know one person. I know one person who frequently goes into a trance in samadhi state, and he stays in Calcutta. If you want, you can meet him. He's there in Dakshineshwar Kali temple, Ramakrishna Paramahansa. And then immediately Narayana said, okay, let me check up here also. And then he went, sat down. Sri Ramakrishna was talking to the devotees sitting on the cart. And after some time he said, now enough of talking, now answer my question. Have you seen God? And for the first time he received the correct reply, yes, I have seen God. I am seeing Him more intensely than I am seeing you. If you want, you can also see, but you have to come to the laboratory. You have to practice spiritual disciplines. This is the science of religions. Science says H2, H2 and O2 because hydrogen, oxygen gas will give water. I don't believe. Both are gases. How can they give water? It's not a question of belief. Come to the laboratory, have a hydrolytic process, then you will yourself come to know. It's not a question of belief. So Sri Ramakrishna, I have seen, you also can see, but you have to come to the laboratory, have spiritual practices. And Swami Vivekananda, Narendranath, accepted the challenge. He practiced, and he had Nirvikal Samadhi in Kashipur. And because he had that realization, that is why in the World's Parliament region in Chicago, he could declare with the shloka of Shvetashveta Upanishad, Shunvantu Vishve Amritasya Putra Aye Dhamani Divyani Tastu Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditavarnam Tamasa Parastat Tame Viditvati Mrityameti Nanya Pantha Viditayanaya. I found the ancient ways beyond all miseries. So he could see that because he had seen. So that divinity can be perceived, can be realized. And there are 4 methods: Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Karma Yoga, unselfish service. Unselfish service, that was the method that was told by Swami Vivekananda to John D. Rockefeller. So, unselfishness is the taste of religion. So, how work can be converted to worship? By unselfishness. The more unselfishness and more the detachment, these two, attachment and the selfishness, removes away from Karma Yoga. So one senior monk used to ask us, hey, what are you doing? Karma Yoga or Karma Bhoga? Because normally when we do work, it is Karma Bhoga. Good work will give good result, and bad work will give bad result. It has to come. But work can be converted to worship only if we do it unselfishness, without expecting the result, without bothering about the result, dedicating the fruits of the work to the Lord, convert work into worship. So this Karma Yoga, there's a book by Swami, on all the yogas, books of Swami Vivekananda are there. Beautiful examples have been given by Swami Vivekananda in the book Karma Yoga. So coming back to the main point of management of mind. So many people, they get this, becomes very difficult. Don't worry. We are traveling in the same boat with Arjuna. Arjuna had so much power of concentration, yet in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, what do we find? When Sri Krishna is telling him about how to meditate and giving all the tips, then Arjuna says, what you say is very true. But my mind is so restless that I find it difficult to control this mind, more difficult than controlling the fist, controlling the wind in the fist. Chanchalami manah Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. Oh Lord, you told about meditation, but I find it very difficult to control this mind, more difficult than controlling the wind in the fist. My mind is so restless. So this mind is very difficult to control. Even Arjuna is telling that. Swami Vivekananda also said, this mind is very difficult to control. It is a monkey mind. There was a monkey, very restless, always jumping. And someone made him drink liquor, wine. So he started jumping more. Then a scorpion stung him, still more jumping. And then a ghost entered into him. Then now you say he's jumping more and more, jumping more and more. So Swami Vivekananda says, our mind is like that restless monkey, always restless, and day and night we are drinking the wine of desire. I want this and I want that and I want to go there and I want this. So many desires every day. So we are taking wine of desire, becomes more restless. Then scorpion, jealousy. Jealousy comes, makes it more restless. And then the ghost of I, ego, enters. Now see the restless mind. This is the condition of the common man. So naturally it is very difficult. So Arjuna says very difficult. And what does Sri Krishna say? He does not say, hey, talking like a fool, like a coward. He said this in 2nd chapter, what we find. When Arjuna is seeing the opposite army and all these great army men in front, he became nervous and he said, I am not going to fight. He sat down. And then Sri Krishna says, Kutasva kashamalmidam vishame samupastatam anaryam ajustam aswargyam akirtigarma Arjuna klaibyam masmagamah partha naitato yupapadate kshudram hridaya dorbalyam takto tishta parantapa. Get up. Give up this faint-heartedness. This unmanliness does not befit thee. Unmanliness. He uses a very harsh word. He knew because Arjuna was a neurosis patient, so he needed shock therapy. So he gives a shock. Klaibyam mas magamah partha naitatu upapati. This does not befit thee. This unmanliness does not befit thee. Get up and fight. Give up this faint-heartedness. But when Arjuna says, oh Lord, I find very difficult to control the mind, Sri Krishna doesn't say, hey, you are talking like a fool. Give up this worldliness. Give up this cowardice. No. What does he say? Ashanshayam mahabahu. Mano durnigraham chilam. Yes, Arjuna, this mind is very difficult to control. Sri Krishna says, this mind is very difficult to control. Swami Vivekananda says, this mind very difficult to control. It is a monkey, restless monkey, like a restless monkey. Patanjali says, very difficult to control. Satu dirghakal nirantar satkara sevito dridbhumi hai. Lord Buddha says, oh, very difficult to control. It is easier to fight with 100,000 people single-handed rather than fighting with your own mind. And what the modern guru says, oh, instant samadhi within $500, very easy. Very easy to control the mind. You just give me $500, you will get the control, complete control. Foolish. No, very difficult to control. But second sentence is important. Abhyasena to kaunteya vairagyanecha grihyate. With these two things, it is possible, not impossible. Abhyasa, practice, vairagya, detachment. And same two methods have been told by everybody. Even Patanjali says, Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tan nirodha. These are the two methods. One day, one devotee came to Swami Shardanandji, brother disciple of Swami Vivekananda, direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, who wrote this Lila Prasanga, Sri Ramakrishna, the great master book. And he was sitting here, then a devotee said, Swamiji, please tell me some easy method of controlling the mind. Then Maharaj said, Bapu, jodi jantam, tahle boltam. Had I known, I would have told you, but I do not know. I know only two methods, Abhyas and Vairagya. Had I known another method, I would have told you, but I do not know. I know these two methods only, Abhyasa, Vairagya. I don't know any other easy method. Abhyasa means practice. Practice makes a man perfect. So have a routine. Swami Virjananaji says beautifully in his book on Paramarth Prasanga, towards the goal supreme. He says, if you really want to control the mind, best thing is control your routine. One of the best way is to control the routine. Have a fixed time for meditation. Every day, best point time, of course, is Brahma Muhurta, early morning, when the mind is not yet polluted by the other informations. Early morning is the best, but if you cannot get up, whatever time you get up, that is your Brahma Muhurta. But the first thing should be done is meditation. Some people, they postpone meditation. First they do everything, breakfast, this, that, and reading newspaper, and all the type, chatting, internet cheating, chatting, everything. And then later on they try to meditate, then the mind is going here and there. So best thing is you start with meditation, whatever time. So routine is very important at a fixed time. So practice in a regular manner. Then gradually the mind comes under control. Sri Ramakrishna gives a beautiful example. Once he had gone to see a circus in Calcutta, you know. He was a monk, he was a Paramahansa, but of a different type. He had prayed to Divine Mother, Amake Shukno Sadhu Korbena. Don't make me a dry devotee. Dry devotee means I want to enjoy this world. So he went to circus, see the circus. So there, after coming there, you see an English woman. She was riding on a horse with one foot, standing, not sitting, standing with one foot on a horse, and horse was running all around the circle, and in between there was a ring, and with the horse will pass under the ring, and that English woman will just jump from inside the ring, and she will go to the other side, again get into the horse, and again start with one leg standing, and again the horse is given. Sri Ramakrishna, see how difficult. How could she do it? First of all, riding on the horse would have given kick, but still she went on. Then she started sitting on the horse. Then she started standing on the horse with two legs. They started standing with only one leg. And then when the horse is running, at that time also to stand with one leg. And then to jump into the ring and at the right time go to the horse. How many years she must have practiced? Similarly, it's very difficult to control the mind. Gradually, practice makes a man perfect. But simple practice won't do. Abhyas tendu kaunteya vairagya grihiyate. Vairagya is also necessary. Vairagya does not mean all become monks. Vairagya means detachment. If you are attached to a person or attached to a thing too much, then very difficult to get success in controlling the mind. There was a full moonlight, beautiful night. 4 drunkards got together and they took a lot of wine. And they were sitting near the bank of a river. And it was moonlight. Let us have a boat ride. They said, yes, let us have boating. So they all entered into a boat and started rowing, one after another. Started rowing. And whole night they rowed. And then morning when there was sunlight, their intoxication came little less. Then they are saying, oh, I have got so much pain. What? I have rowed more than you. I am also having pain. Okay, we have rowed so much, but where have we reached? Yes, there is a bank. And they got down. And they found they were at the same place from where they had left. Why? They rowed the whole night, but they forgot to lift the anchor. They forgot to lift the anchor. And their boat was there only. And they are rowing. So similarly, as long as we do not lift the anchor of attachment, any amount of practice will not give result. So both are equally important. Abhyas enuto kaunteya vairagya grihiyate. So this management of mind, we have Indian ethos is becoming important because of this management of mind is very important in all activities for stress management, for efficiency, for focusing the mind, for yoga karmasu kaushalam, for 100% efficiency, for zero defect. These are very, very important, this management of mind. So that is why it is important. Another thing that is happening is now in between there was, in America, there was a great crisis, economic crisis. Many companies got wiped out. Which are the companies which survived? The companies which gave importance to values. So now they are understanding. Previously they thought the more you can cheat, the more you can survive or the more you can prosper. No. Now the new trend is the power of ethical management. So there is a book by Norman Vincent Peale. Everybody knows the name, Norman Vincent Peale. He has written many books, but his book, Power of Positive Thinking, the Power of Positive Thinking is very, very, very famous. The author of the book, Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Peale, I don't know whether you call Peale or Peale, I don't know. P-E-L-E, Peale or Peale. Huh? Peale. Norman Vincent Peale. And another co-author is Kenneth Blanchard. He is a management expert. Both have jointly written this book. The name of the book is The Power of Ethical Management. Small book. And there it is written, you need not cheat in order to win. And also it is said, to work only for profit is like playing tennis with your eyes on the scoreboard rather than on the ball. So, the eyes should not be on the scoreboard. It should be on the ball. Similarly, the eyes should not be on the profit. And now there is a new phenomena where the companies will survive if they are looking after the customers, if they are looking after the employees, if they are looking after the communities. This total approach. So ethical approach. And all the roots of these ethics is, there are so many stories in Panchtantra denoting the importance of ethics. And of course in Bhagavad Gita, of course in the Upanishads, of course in the Yoga Sutra, Everywhere, Yoga Sutra says, Satya is the first thing you are required. Truthfulness. And these values, not only for, even for your spiritual growth, even for the company's growth, you must practice values. So the power of ethical management, and that is why one of the reasons is that this fifth M is becoming important and Indian ethos is becoming important. Last point. Modern science has discovered if you want long-term success, long-term happiness, only IQ is not enough. EQ is more important. Daniel Goleman wrote a book, EQ, Emotional Quotient, Emotional Intelligence, in 1995, and brought out that EQ is more important than IQ. And the latest discovery of the modern science is SQ. Dana Zohar, she is a professor in Oxford University. She's written a book. The name of the book is SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence, where she says neurologically, physiologically, biologically, psychologically, from every point of view, there is a concluding evidence. There is something called SQ, which is the basis of both IQ and EQ. What is IQ? Intelligence quotient. IQ will tell you how to play the game of life. Then what is EQ? EQ will tell you how to play the game of life under changed circumstances with changed strategies. And what is SQ? SQ will tell you why to play the game of life. What is the purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? Why we are here on this earth? Why we are here on this earth? What do we want to achieve? So that we don't have any regrets at the time of death? That is SQ. So, Dana Zohar says, we are unfortunately living in a dumb society. We have forgotten the basic purpose of life. This is a Zen story. A horse was galloping at full speed, and somebody asked, "Hey, where are you going?" And he said, "Ask the horse." Because I am not taking the horse. Horse is taking me. We are not leading the life. Life is leading us. So Dana Zohar says we are living in a dumb society where we have forgotten the basic purpose of life. And she gives a beautiful example. A management consultant was sitting on the shores of Mexican coast. There was a little distance. There was a fisherman who was sleeping in his boat. It was afternoon. And he said, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you not fishing?" And the fisherman in the sleeping post said, "Sir, you know, in the morning I got a big catch. And I sold that fish and I got a lot of money, and that is enough for my today's needs. My quota is over." And so I am relaxing. "Huh? Is there any quota system here? You must go fish more and you'll get more money." "But what do I do with the extra money?" "Why? Deposit." "Deposit?" He never heard the word deposit. "Yes, open a bank account and deposit. Then go on depositing money. When you got enough, purchase another boat. When you purchase another boat, you will get still more fishes and you will get more money. What do I do with the extra money? Again deposit, and go on increasing the number of boats, and you will have a big fleet of all boats and become CEO of a multinational company. Then you move your headquarters from Mexico to New York, open branches all over the world. Naturally, when you open branches all over the world, you will have to go everywhere and to control all these branches. And when, naturally, so there will be bypass surgery. When there are 3 bypass surgeries and doctor says no more, then you retire, sell the company, come back to me. I am an investment expert from Harvard. I will tell you how to invest the money, where to invest money. And when you invest like this, every month you will get fixed income and you will be able to sleep nicely. I was sleeping nicely till you woke me up. For sleeping nicely, such a roundabout process. Dana Zohar says this fisherman has got low IQ, doesn't know how to make money. But this management expert has got high IQ, he knows how to make money. But fisherman has got more SQ, he knows the purpose of life is to have happiness and peace. Whereas the management expert does not know. That does not mean we should not go for money. We should not go for earning more money. We should not go for package. But we must understand the purpose of life does not end there. Money can be a very good means of getting success in life, provided We possess the money and money does not possess us. It's not vice versa. Let us have more money, but let us possess this money. Money should not possess. So this SQ is very important, spiritual intelligence. And so there are various methods of how to develop SQ. They have told, but I can say boiled down to these 4 yogas. If you practice these 4 yogas, SQ will be developed. And how do you know SQ has been developed? Now, I have got there are so many parameters have been given by Dana Zohar, and other books have also come out now on SQ. She was the first to bring out that book on SQ, spiritual intelligence. There are many more books. They have told in various ways how could you measure SQ. Who has got more SQ? There is the various qualities are there, compassion and unselfishness, servant leadership quality, and all those things are given. But I personally feel that the qualities that are given by Bhagavad Gita for a Sthita Pragya, if a person gets 100% SQ, he will be a Sthita Pragya. Sthita Pragya Shaka Bhasha, Samadhistasya Keshava, Sthita Dikim Prabhasheta, Kimasita Vrajeta Kim. Arjuna asks Sri Krishna, whom do you say a person with equanimity of mind, Sthita Prajna, who has reached the highest state? How do I know him? How does he sit? How does he behave? How do I know? So he says, Arjuna, Sri Krishna says, Prajahati yada kaman, sarvan partha manogatan, atmanyevatmana tushta, sthita pragyasta dochate. One who has given up all his desires, Prajahati yada kaman, sarvan partha manogatan, all his desires he has given up. Prajahati yada kaman, sarvan partha manogatan, atmanyevatmana tushta, sthita pragyasta dochate. He is himself satisfied with himself, he doesn't need anything extra. He is always happy and blissful. That is a subjective experience. I know that I have got no desire and I am satisfied within myself. I don't need anything else to make me satisfied or make me happy. But that is a subjective experience. Is there any objective test? Yes, there is an objective test also that is given. Dukkheshvaru digna manaha, sukheshu vigata spriha, vitaraga bhaya krodha, sthita dhirmuni ruchyate. A person, how to know that other person has got high SQ? How to know? How to know that other person is Sthita Pragya? The test is here. Dukkheshvana udignamana. When a calamity comes to him, when he gets suffering, he is not agitated. He does not lose his anchor. Dukkheshvana udignamana. Sukheshu vigata. And when he gets too much of happiness, he is not disturbed by that, or he does not become egoistic. He does not cross his limits. So, Dukkheshvaru Dignamana, Sukheshu Vigata Spriha is not that much attached, even when he is so much successful. And when he gets happiness, he is not attached to that. And Vitarag Bhaya Krodha. 3 things he has given up. Rag means attachment, Bhaya, fear, and Krodha, anger. So these we can easily see in a person. If the other person, if we find that he is not agitated too much by happiness or unhappiness, and he remains equanimous, he doesn't lose equanimity of his mind, and that person has given up fear, he is not afraid, that he has given up attachment, and he has given up anger, then we may know that he has got Sthita Pragya. And according to me, this is my discovery, my proposition, but because the qualities that are mentioned in that book on SQ by the scientist very much resembles the qualities that are given in Bhagavad Gita. So this 4th wave is very important because SQ is very important, because management of the 5th M is very much important, because servant leadership is very important, and all these have been given here, and that is why the 4th wave, based on Indian ethos, is becoming important. So, I have given just the periphery of the whole thing. Now we can have question answer session, and we will have 5 minutes of break during which you can write questions, and I'll come back and answer your questions. For the time being, we stop here. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tassat.
Thank you, revered Nikhileswarananda. Now, many of you would like to ask questions, but please put them in the written form. There are the papers, the cards are there for writing the questions. Ask all that you really want to ask, and then take 5-7 minutes for that, and then the Swami will answer the questions. Also, he has, as I mentioned, he is a very good writer, has written many important books, and they are kept there. So you can take, they are for free distribution. So you don't have to pay for it. So you can pick up the book and take it. So that's about it.
There it is, they have closed it. Okay? Okay. So, on 15th November 2018, I was in Harvard, and I talked to the students about SQ, and they were very much excited, and there were so many questions. It was 1 hour talk, went on for 2.5 hours with question answer, and they wanted practical demonstration. So they all sang with me. They said, please teach us some song, some devotional song for Bhakti Yoga. So practice of Bhakti Yoga. So there must be some practice on meditation. That also we did, practical session on meditation. Then practical session on devotional song, Bhakti Yoga. So we sang Raghupati Raghav Rajaram. In that severe hall, same severe hall where Swami Vivekananda delivered his speech in 1894.
So Swamiji, we were there yesterday.
In Harvard?
Yes, Harvard Medical School.
Harvard Medical School.
Yeah, and they were having a program on consciousness and spirituality. And they had multiple speakers, professors from Harvard Business School, and the term they use now was conscious leadership.
Conscious leadership, yeah.
Pretty much what you are describing.
Yeah. Very good. Now, there are a lot of research being done on consciousness. Many things are being done. And this consciousness related to the spirituality, they are becoming very important. And so, I'm very happy that they are all now converging, the modern science converging, the modern management converging to the Indian ethos. What ideas we were cherishing in our bosom for thousands of years, now that modern science and modern management is accepting. That's a good thing. So Harvard, as I told you, that was too much, they really enjoyed and they of this concept of SQ, and they had a lot of questions, and they wanted practical demonstration, practical practice on that. So all was done. By the time we came out, there was all around snow. We didn't know so much as snowfall had come by that time. It was a wonderful time we had in Harvard. Tough university also. And yesterday I was in Babson College. There are similar ideas, Indian ethos for modern management, that was a topic. Here, because I got little more time, so I delved more deeper into some of the concepts. There, even the periphery. A very nice question. How can we manage conflict between people who have different opposing goals? There is no harm. All the other persons will have different opposing goals. There is no doubt about it. The most important thing is goals may be different, but what we have to see is the positive aspect. Always try to see the positive side of others. So there is a book, Nurturing Relationship, Art of Sharing and Caring, in which I had quoted Holy Mother Sharda Devi, that if you want peace of mind, don't look at the faults of others. Try to see the positive points in others. Kabir says, बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा न मिला कोई, जो दिल अपना देखा, मुझसे बुरा न कोई. When we try to see inside, then we come to know, oh, there are so many faults. So Holy Mother says, don't look at the faults of others, and if you want to see faults, then try to see the faults within yourself. And you will get so many faults that whole life will go in removing those faults. So rather than looking upon others, so the main point is try to see the positive aspect. Each and every human being is potentially divine. That is one. Swami Vivekananda told, it's very true. Each and every human being is potentially divine. There is infinite potential in that. And there is a divinity. At present, maybe that divinity, there is a screen has come which is very thick. In some person's screen may be thin. It's a question of thickness of this screen. Nothing else. But inside every human being, there is that center of consciousness. Kabir also says, मोको कहा तू ढूंढे बंदे मैं तो तेरे पास में खोजोगे तो अभी मिलूंगा पल भर की तलाश में. That That God is present in every human being inside. Bhagavad Gita also says, Ishvara sarvabhutanam riddesya arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra arjuna maya. So the God is present in every human being. So He is present, the divinity is present. So maybe today the screen may be little more thick, but basically all have got that divinity. And each and every human being would have some positive aspects, some negative aspects. When the positive aspects are more, we say a good person. When the negative aspects are more, but howsoever a bad a person may be, he must have got some good qualities. So Holy Mother advises, try to see the good qualities in others. Then only you can get along better with others. Don't try to do the negative qualities. There are many people, other people, to see the negative qualities. But you try to see the positive aspects, And how Holy Mother get along, you just understand. We say that, you monks are staying in the ashrama, and so naturally you will have a lot of peace of mind, but you don't know what happens in our houses. There is Mahabharata going on, and there's a lot of struggle, a lot of fight between the members, family members, and all that. You cannot imagine. Then I say, yes, that is true. But what about Holy Mother? Holy Mother also was living in the house. She practiced the same thing. In spite of that, she practiced spiritual practices. She said, I have to do 1 lakh japam in that atmosphere. And what type of people she was handling? There was Pagli Mami, the mad aunt, Surbala, 100% mad. And her daughter, Radhu, 50% mad. And 2 nieces, Maku and Nalini, 25% mad. And Golapma, 12.5% mad, always shouting. With these people, Holy Mother is driving, and she says, I don't know what is a restlessness of mind. Her mind is always peaceful. How is she getting along with others? So that is the life and Sarada Devi, great lesson when we talk about interpersonal relationships. So all these examples I have given in this very small book, Nurturing Relationships, Art of Sharing and Caring. Go through that book, that will be helpful. Is there any difference in the trustee management style of Swami Vivekananda and Gandhiji? No. It is the same thing, because Gandhiji also derived that concept, that name he gave trusteeship management. Swami Vivekananda did not give the name trusteeship management. I am giving the name. He told only the importance of service, selfless service. He told about that to John D. Rockefeller. He did not use the word trusteeship management. Gandhiji for the first time used the word trusteeship management, told Jamnalal Bajaj and others to practice trusteeship management. And so the basic concept is in that Ishavasyopanishad, as I told you. So the roots are there in Indian ethos, but Swami Vivekananda did not give the name, but he told Rockefeller to practice trusteeship management. He did not use that word. But there is no difference. What Gandhiji also told the same thing, that you are a custodian of your wealth, you are only trustee of your wealth, and you should utilize that money for the welfare of all. So there is no difference. Mexican fisherman was very happy taking nap, but do you think he was lazy? Or how can we find out the amount of fish to catch in life? You see, yesterday also I told, don't be like a fisherman and don't be like that management consultant. Both are wrong. The other one is going only for IQ, another is going only for SQ, but we want all. We want combination of IQ, EQ and SQ. IQ plus EQ plus SQ is equal to total success. So, we want that. We want to earn more money, but utilize this money for removing suffering of other people. First of all, earn money with honest methods and utilize this money for removing the suffering of others. There is no harm in having more money. So the Indian ethos, our Indian scriptures, they are very positive. They don't say that you remain a naked person and don't eat. No. They say, yes, you must enjoy life. At the same time, you must understand that others also want to enjoy life and try to enjoy along with them. Share. So, Abhyudaya and Nishreyasa, both have been given importance in our Indian scriptures. Abhyudaya, prosperity, and Nishreyasa, that is, taking care of our spiritual growth. Both are important. One should not be neglected for the other. We are having very positive attitude. Indian scriptures, Indian ethos, very positive. Yes, you must earn money. You must earn more money, but also with honest methods, with ethical management, and at the same time, utilize this for a greater cause. We are not for monks it's all right, but for the householders, they must earn money, and they must earn money with honest methods and utilize for a better purpose. That has to be understood. We should not be negative in our approach. So that management consultant was right, we must earn more money. But the fisherman was right, but we must not forget that the purpose of life is happiness and peace. It is no use, it is not a wisdom to waste your health for getting wealth, for wasting your health for getting wealth for first 50 years of your life, and next 50 years of life wasting your wealth to get back that health which does not come back. It's not a wisdom. You go all out for earning wealth without caring for health. Physical health, mental health, spiritual health. You neglect all of that, just go mad, get mad after money. But then the health does not come back. So that is why Minister of Health, Japan, when he brought out that 42% of the executives of 44 years and above are suffering from mental disorder, at that time Matsushita, the chairman of Matsushita Electric Company, brought out an institute called PHP and a journal called PHP. What is PHP? P, prosperity is a must. We must have it. Prosperity is, without prosperity we cannot enjoy the life. Prosperity, health, both physical and mental. And third, peace of mind. Peace of mind is very necessary. So all the three are necessary. So that is why I will tell that person, yes, have more fishes, at the same time, have some nap also. What is Swamiji's idea of character development? Is the context of manifesting the divine within. Beautiful question. So remember what Swami Vivekananda said. Try to manifest the divinity within. Try to manifest the divinity within, and everything else shall be harmoniously arranged around it. Try to manifest the divinity within, and everything else shall be harmoniously arranged around it. So when we try to manifest the divinity, by practicing these 4 yogas, what we will develop will be an integrated personality. That is character development. Integrated development of the personality. He was asked this question, which yoga is better? Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga or Karma Yoga? It depends upon your choice. You follow whatever you want. But what yoga you are following? Well, I practice all the 4 yogas. And he also said, practicing all 4 yogas simultaneously is very commendable from various points of view. Number 1, management says if you want success, if you want productivity, you must utilize all the resources. We have got all the resources. Utilize all the resources. We have got our hands to work for the Lord, Karma Yoga. We have got the mind, meditate with that mind, Raj Yoga. We have got the intellect, reason it out, Jnana Yoga. And we have got the heart, which wants love. You give love, receive love. That is Bhakti Yoga. Love the Lord thy God with all thy strength. So, when we practice all the 4 yogas simultaneously, we are making use of all the faculties that we have got. Maximum utilization of faculties. And secondly, when we practice all the yogas, then the dangers of the other yogas are ruled out. and the positive points of all the yogas are added up. How? For example, somebody goes for Raj Yoga, royal path. I want to get instant samadhi. And he starts meditating for 4 hours, 6 hours per day, loses his mind. Gone, mental hospital. So, but if he combines karma yoga, morning, evening, half an hour meditation, and if he combines unselfish service, combines karma yoga with that, then that danger is averted. But when you do karma yoga, what happens? Ego comes up. Oh, I have done so much of work. So mix bhakti yoga with that. I have not done. I am a humble instrument of the Lord. So mix bhakti yoga. So then Gyan yoga. Gyan yoga is very good. It's shortcut. But at the same time, it is dry. Mix bhakti yoga with that. And bhakti yoga, sometimes people become impractical. They become sentimental. So mix Gyan yoga with that. So you become rational. Rational bhakta. So that is why practicing all 4 yogas simultaneously has a lot of advantages. And Swami Vivekananda recommended all the 4 yogas. So when he was in New York, he was taking his breakfast. At that time, he was told to prepare an emblem for Ramakrishna Mission. A book was to be published, and their emblem was to be printed. Later on, it became the emblem. So what he did, an envelope had come. He had no paper at that time. The envelope had come. He opened the envelope. The second side was blank. And he drew the picture of the emblem. He gave the idea. Later on, the design was prepared based on that picture that he had drawn. What was the picture? Is the emblem of Ramakrishna Mission. You will get the emblem everywhere. It must be here. It is here. So this is the emblem prepared by Swami Vivekananda himself. And he said emblem should be such, symbol should be such that is symbolic of the ideology of Ramakrishna Mission. And what is the ideology of Ramakrishna Mission? Ramakrishna Mission says each and every human being must manifest the divinity within and get infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, infinite happiness. That is the purpose of Ramakrishna Mission. All suffering to be avoided and getting this happiness and bliss. And so he prepared this treatment. So what are there? There is a serpent. Serpent represents the Kundalini Shakti. Kundalini Shakti moves from Muladhara to Sahasrara. When it moves, it goes in a serpentine manner. There's Kundalini Shakti. So this serpent represents Kundalini Shakti, which means Raj Yoga. Lotus is representative of love. That is region of love, Bhakti Yoga. Waves of water are the waves of karma, Karma Yoga. And the sun represents knowledge. That is Gyan Yoga. And inside is the Hansa. Hansa is equal to Paramahansa, is equal to Paramatman, is equal to the eternal. Then it is written, Tando Hansa Prachodaya. This is how the vision of the Paramatman is achieved. How? By practicing 4 yogas regularly. And this is what we do, the monks of Ramakrishna order in India particularly. Morning we have our Mangala Arati, that is Bhakti Yoga. Then we have meditation, Raj Yoga. Then we have reading from Gita, Gyan Yoga. Then evening again we have prayer, Khandana, Bhavavandana. That is prayer, Bhakti. Then we have meditation, Raj Yoga. And then we have reading from Gospel or some other scripture. That is Gyan Yoga. And whole day, Karma Yoga. Everybody is given some karma there. Because we, as I told you, so many hospitals, so many tribal development projects. Someone goes to office, someone goes to kitchen, someone goes to hospital, someone goes to book sales, so many other activities there. So, whole day Karma Yoga. And so, we have got a demonstration model. If the monks who have renounced the world, if they can practice 4 yogas, with Karma Yoga as the main pillar, why not the householders can go for that? And householders will have to work for earning money. No problem. You practice 4 yogas. Morning, evening, give some time. So I give the formula 5-5-5, 5-5-5 for the modern man. If you are too busy, 5-5-5 and 5-5. What is 5-5-5? 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of prayer, 5 minutes of inspirational reading in the morning. Again, evening, 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of prayer, and 5 minutes of inspirational reading. This is to start with. Anybody who has to start, who wants to develop SQ, IQ, EQ, wants to develop integrated personality development, 555, 555. If you are too busy. Start with that, then later on you can. So this what you have told is very good. Character development will come very naturally when the manifestation of the divinity comes. How do we teach our children those principles? Or is that a form of attachment? No, it's not a form of attachment. Teaching the children is very important with simple methods. As I told you for yoga, let them meditate a little and let them pray a little every day, morning, evening. Tell them good stories, storytelling with stories, with meditation, with prayer. They can be given the values. Values are very important in life. Please share your views on how to manage a manager or boss who not only dumber but also less experienced and less qualified. There are many books who have come out how to manage a boss. They are books. So I say, have some butter and apply some butter every day. Buttering. Buttering means, that is, you try to eulogize him, appreciate him, just praise him, so he will have good relationship with you. But here this problem is not only of managing the boss who is efficient but who is a dumber and less experienced and less qualified. This is what happens in an organization. Peter's principle says an incompetent boss wants incompetent subordinates, and not one but two, so that these two subordinates fight between themselves and his position remains secure. Now these two subordinates who are also incompetent, they further want their subordinates, but they also want two, and they want to be incompetent. So totally the whole structure and it's an organization of all incompetent people, and that goes into liquidation. The company goes into liquidation. This is what happens. This is called Peter's principle. So everywhere this thing is there, you have to manage it tactfully. Number one is that you try to help him as much as possible and try to have a good relation with him, try to help him to come out of it. And the law of karma is supreme. Always remember. Law of karma is supreme in the mental world, just as law of gravitation is supreme in the physical world. Some people say we don't believe in the law of karma. I say whether you believe it or not, the karma will act, the law will act. There is a beautiful book Stephen Covey has written, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where he gives the example of a lighthouse. The ship was going and there was a light, and the captain thought there must be some ship, so gave a message, please move your ship by 20 degrees. And the message came from there, you move your ship. And he was very much annoyed. He gave a message on wireless, I am the captain of the ship commanding you to move your ship. Who is at the other end? And the reply came, sir, I am a humble operator of the lighthouse. If you do not want to move, don't move. I don't mind. You will crash. So these are lighthouse principles. If you don't follow, if you don't accept, you will be destroyed. Nothing will happen to the principles. You go to the top floor, you go to the terrace of a very multi-story building and declare, I don't believe in the law of gravitation, and jump. What will happen? Your photograph will be published in newspaper that this person did not believe in the law of gravitation, and yet the law of gravitation worked. So whether you believe it or not, the law of karma will act. So you do your duty, do your best, leave the rest. That is my advice. Do your best, live, and rest will be taken care of by the law of karma. Is it easier for some profession to work in the mode of worship than other? For example, profession of education and research, the profession of any regular profit-making business like banking? Very good question. This is a practical question. You see, depends not on the type of work. It is basically an attitude of mind. So you read the book of Swami Vivekananda, then you will find that a yogi who was sitting under a tree and some leaves fell, so his meditation was disturbed, so he looked up with anger. And the two birds were fighting. Those two birds, they fell down, died. They got burnt instantaneously. And that yogi was so happy. Oh, I've got so much yogic power. Just by looking with their anger, the bird is killed. Very happy. After some time, it was noon. He went to the village for getting alms. And he stood outside the house and say Narayan Hari. We say Narayan Hari. That means somebody will come and say that. And he said Narayan Hari, Bhiksham Dehi. Then from inside there was a voice, came from female voice. Oh Babaji, please wait. Let me finish my work. You please wait for some time and then I will give the alms. And this yogi was very much annoyed. What? The lady is telling me to wait. She doesn't know my yogic power. And again the voice came, Babaji, this is not a bird that will burn down by your anger. Huh? The incident happened in the morning. How she came to know? And the power has come only today. How she came to know? So when she came out for alms, she said, first tell me, how did you get so much of power? What practice you done? I have been practicing for many years and so I got that power. But how did you get power to know what has happened in that forest? She said, I have not practiced any spiritual practices. But I am a housewife. I do my duty perfectly well. I dedicate all my karmas to God and I do perfectly well. When I was in my parents' house, I used to take care of my parents and used to take care of my brothers and sisters. When I have come to this house, I am serving my in-laws and serving my husband, serving my children. I do it in the spirit of worship. Nothing else, no other spiritual practice I have done. But with that, this power has come automatically. But if you want to know more, there is a Vyadha. A Vyadha means, the one who survives on selling meat. There cannot be an inferior profession than that. You are doing banking is much better profession. That is, he was selling meat, and that person he saw he went to the village for getting more knowledge. First of all, he was not thinking, but he thought, okay, let me see. So he was standing at a distance and he saw a shop, and there the hunter he was selling the meat. Oh, I have to go to this Vyadha to take the lessons on spirituality. And as soon as he said, oh Babaji, please come, that woman from that village has sent you. Oh, please come. Huh? How did he come? No. There no mobile at that time, that he gave the mobile message on WhatsApp or text a message. No mobile that time. How did she come to know? Then he said, Babaji, please wait for some time. We will go to the house, then I will have discussion with you. So he went there. He just nursed his father and mother and all that, served them. And then they had lunch, and they said, now you ask questions. And he asked many questions. And all the replies and questions have been given in Vyada Gita. It's a part of Mahabharata. Very nice question, a very high philosophical questions. Last question, you have so much of knowledge, and yet why you are doing this inferior work? Then Vyada said, my dear son, there is no work which is inferior, no work which is superior. Each and every work can be converted into worship. It is the attitude with which you work. Whether you are doing banking, we are doing a teacher's job. Even among teachers also there are many nasty people. And among the bankers also there are good people who are doing with the service attitude. So it is the attitude of mind that decides how much work can be converted, how you convert work into worship. So yeah, I have finished all the questions. So thank you very much for giving a patient hearing, and I am again expressing my thankfulness to Swami Yogatmananji for inviting me. And today I came here on 5th and from India. Then 7th, I reached St. Louis. 8th and 10th, there were lectures. 12th, I reached Chicago. There were 6 lectures in Chicago. Then 1 lecture each on 16th, 17th, 18th. That was on Bloomington, Indianapolis, and Cincinnati. 19th, I reached Washington, D.C. 20th, I had a lecture on Washington, D.C. at Washington, D.C. Then 21st, I reached New York. New York, 2 lectures, morning and evening. Morning Vedanta Society, evening another place. Then 23rd, Vivekananda Vidyapeeth, New Jersey. 24th, another lecture in New Jersey. And yesterday, I had a lecture at Babson College. Today here. Today I go back to New Jersey. Tomorrow I have a lecture in Long Island. One for the parents, one for the kids. And then day after tomorrow, I fly back to India. My India tour is coming to the end. So at the fag end of my tour, I am here with you. I am very happy. I give an invitation to all of you for visiting Gujarat. Swami Vivekananda spent, before coming to America, he traveled all over the country. Maximum time he spent in Gujarat, about 8 months. Already 3 memorials are there where Swami Vivekananda stayed. That is Limdi, Porbandar and Baroda. Some more memorials we are trying to do, and we have requested the government of Gujarat to start Vivekananda tourist circuit. As a prelude, we had a Gujarat Tirth Yatra for monks, and 116 monks had come there from 1st to 9th February, and we took them to Baroda, Statue of Unity, Ahmedabad, Limdi, Porbandar, Dwarka, Somnath, Rajkot, and all that. I am based at Rajkot, so all of you are welcome to visit Gujarat. Thank you very much.
Well, can't thank you enough, Maharaj, that it is in your such a busy schedule you could find some time and gave this very, deep and helpful advice about the management. The first thing, as you must have noticed, it is management doesn't mean just business management. That is a part of it. Management, everybody has to manage. And then he gave, various that different quotients. There is the IQ, EQ, SQ. So it is, all these are to be looked into. Otherwise you become just one-sided, lose the track of the other priorities in life. It becomes like that, one man wanted his car, he had a car. So thought that let me build a garage for this car, because otherwise the snow and all, it ruins it. So let me build that garage for the car. But he saw that there is not much money, so he sold the car and built the garage, you see. So that is what happens, that we, for peace of mind, we do so many things. For that we sell the peace of mind, so that we can do other things. So it is a very nice talk, Maharaj, and he answered all the questions. I expected more people to join, but I was not sure. It is, so it is, but whosoever has come, my heartfelt thanks. As you go out, please take these books and then
and photograph.
And
photograph.
That photograph,
I have brought from Rajkot. Photograph and books, both.
It is a 3D lesser holograph actually, where you have Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother and Vivekananda together. Tilakji was, sir, oh, this is, I thought that this is Sri Ramakrishna's picture, it is Holy Mother, it is seen here. How it is? Then it is all together. You look like this, Swamiji, look like this, Holy Mother, look straight, it is Sri Ramakrishna, and you can do the movement. It's so this is a nice photograph. Please take that as well. And the books. You can take more copies also to give to your friends and all. There are a lot of books he has brought. And also On the way out, there are some goodies, some cookies and some tea. Please have that, because for a long time you have been having only intellectual food. Some let there be something for the guts. And if some of you want to stay for the lunch, you are welcome to do that, but it will be around 1 o'clock or so. So thank you very much again, and yeah, you know the next programs are coming up. You can look for that in the flyers and come for that. Thank you all.